Hi there, this is Scott Duffy, and I've been a Udemy instructor for 11 years. But my fear is, as I record this on December 18th, that next year will be the last year I can call myself a Udemy instructor, as Udemy and Coursera have announced a merger. And the new company is going to be called Coursera. It's going to trade on the stock market under the Coursera ticker. The CEO of Coursera is going to continue to be the CEO of the new company. And so I'm here today to record my thoughts of this merger. I'm on my roof, and every once in a while, a plane passes over. Right now, we've got some seagulls of some sort that are excited. So forgive those spare sounds, but I'm going to tell you a bit about my thoughts. Right now, I have mixed feelings. So to start, I've called myself a Udemy instructor for 11 years. It's part of my identity. And I will be saddened, I guess, to see the end of the Udemy brand, the udemy.com domain, the Udemy logo, even going to places like Udemy Live, Udemy's head office. It's not going to be the same, at least initially, dealing with the Coursera website. I can barely spell Coursera. I always mistype that right now. So it's going to be an adjustment. So RIP Udemy brand. For students, first of all, I think you're going to be fine. Those companies would be foolish to do anything to make things worse for students. So if you have access to my course or access to any of your favorite Udemy instructors, I'm sure there's going to be a way for you to continue to access those. So I mean, I don't speak for them, but I think it's pretty clear that they will value uh, all all of their students, business and consumer side students, in some way, shape, or form. That being said, on the negative side, this is also the end of the 9.99, 10.99 lifetime access to a course. Has to be. This has been something that Udemy's been trying to kill themselves for years, has been unsuccessful. They always come back to these cheap course prices when they need to goose the sales a little bit. Right now, Coursera sells subscriptions and they're expensive. Right now, if you go to this website, I think it is 51 euros per month or 350 euros per year for Coursera subscription, substantially higher than Udemy's personal plan, which starts at $10 a month for Udemy's personal plan. So it is 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times more expensive to be on Coursera. So maybe the consumers who are used to cheap courses will those will go away. And for instructors, that could be a good thing. Maybe the end of cheap courses means good things for some instructors. So there's another mixed thing. Also, I have to believe Coursera has certain standards right now. So they are dominated by universities, by big corporations, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Anthropic, AWS. If you go to the Coursera website, it's nothing but really big companies. The only individual instructor you'll find is the founder of Coursera, Andrew Ng. And so adding a bunch of, let's call them random instructors, myself included, to the Coursera homepage will be very hard to imagine. I don't know how they're going to maintain the credibility of having Microsoft, Google, Amazon, OpenAI all on the same top line of that when you first go to Coursera.com, and then put my picture next to all that. It's hard to fathom right now how they will mix. So maybe there'll be a way to navigate to the marketplace. You're searching and they don't have any good courses from any of the big universities or any of the big corporations. Maybe you'll see sprinkled in at the end of search results random people in a marketplace type format. So I think this will be, you'll find a lot of Udemy instructors competing with really big corporations, and it's going to be a tough competition, which again could be good for consumers because you get some great courses in your search results. Could be bad for teachers, individual teachers, that they have to compete with companies that do not. It's not a equal competition of equals. Like me creating a course and Microsoft creating a course is not a competition of equals for sure. So there's mixed blessing with that. Um, I do feel bad for the employees of Udemy. I think there'll be another round of layoffs. Maybe half of Udemy employees will be let go. The executive team for sure, the social media team, the IT and HRs, and people like that. Like there will be, it'll be tough in San Francisco, Harrison Street headquarters next year and the year after. So that will be unfortunate. Um, that being said, I think that if there's less competition in the marketplace, when you are searching the internet looking for certification courses, that's just one less website to go to, and the prices are a bit higher, but that's what you got to pay. So, in a way, there's some benefit to instructors of having less competition. When they go to businesses and they pitch UB, there's not Coursera Business and UB as two separate competing offers that the businesses have to choose from for their employees. So there is some changes along that side too. These are the kinds of things that I think about. What is the end product going to be like? Um, I hope that Udemy executives, Coursera executives come together and start from scratch and create some really amazing website. They've got the AI features, role plays. They've got, um, consulting offers that can happen. People can put their stuff up for coaching, courses, uh, professional courses, and courses created by non-professionals as well. I really hope that they can dream up some really great platform for all of this to work. And again, let go of some of those things Udemy, that some of the baggage Udemy has been carrying around in terms of low prices and low quality and things like that. So I'm I'm really hopeful, but the reality is there's just going to be more changes on the horizon, and we're just sort of just having to guess at this point what these changes are going to be. But that's just the reality. I think you have to keep in mind there's things you don't control, and so I don't control Udemy. I can't uh, force them to maintain the way that it used to be. AI has been eating everyone's lunch and will continue to as these chat programs get better and better. The new GPT 5.2, the new Google 3 Pro, the new this, the new that. Every few weeks or months, the GPT programs get a little bit better, making courses a little bit less appealing to consumers. So this change is a bit inevitable. Um, One of the baggages that Udemy needs to let go of, and I hope this is a part of that, is the investors. That there's been a couple of investors in Udemy that control the company, control the board of directors, and they force the company to go IPO, and have been making decisions year after year, cost cutting and revenue share cutting and all these things to try to eat the company to profitability. And now I'm sure these are the ones that are behind this merger as well. I hope that this new entity, that the Coursera entity and Udemy combined, uh, leads to the end of an investor focused company. Investors are great. Investors are essential. Hey, I own shares in both companies. I own Coursera and I own Udemy shares. So I am technically an investor. But investor focused companies that are only focused on returning value to investors are tough businesses long term. They might do great short term. They do stock buybacks and they find ways of funneling money back to these investors. But long term, companies need to be focused on end results, which is the education of the students. The upskilling, if you want to be an upskilling platform, that's got to be the focus. And hopefully, Coursera. I do like Andrew Ng. I don't know this new CEO that they've got, but I do believe that they've got a good pedigree in the university and college space and a background from Stanford or what have you. So this company does have backbones of being education focused. And I hope that in 2026, 2027, beyond, that the company really is focused on students, education, this new world that we live in this AI world, and how people are going to learn. And all of these great things that they've announced or they've talked about doing come to fruition, but get rid of this focus on making investors rich. And again, I'm an investor, so I like if they want to make me rich from investments, that's great too. But no, I think it's the better long term play for everyone, the world. Better long term play for the entire world is to have a really great website company that can teach people new skills in the most efficient way possible for a reasonable price. Then the world improves. The whole GDP of every country in the world can improve as people develop new skills and new technologies and things like that. And Udemy slash Coursera has a place to play in that, but not if the investors are purely concerned with their own getting out of their stock investments profitably. That's not the path forward. I don't know how this turned into a rant against that, but I am cautiously hopeful for this new company. I'm waiting to see more details, but the reality is, of course, that a lot of people end up um, again employees, instructors, some customers will end up paying more. So there are some losers in this, and but it sort of had to happen. Anyways, this has been Scott Duffy, and happy Udemy instructor. Not so happy Udemy investor because I've lost a lot of money, but happy Udemy instructor, and hope to be a happy Coursera instructor. But let's see how that goes, and hope you're having a great day. Leave your comments if you've got thoughts in the comments section, and subscribe. And why not? Why not? Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. That would be awesome as well. Thanks.